Hi, Harrison Solomon from Hook Splint, introducing size extra large Hook Splint Relative Motion Orthosis right out of the package. Easy to make and form on the patient in just a minute or two. You asked and we listened. We started out this journey with size small medium, a little bit thinner middle, not quite the rigidity for smaller hands. Then we added size large. This is for the slightly larger hand, and it's got a little bit more metal in it. It's got a little bit more stiffness, and that helps with a little extra lift depending upon your needs. It can still be put on a smaller hand, but it adds more lift, more rigidity for those extensor tendon repairs and sagittal band ruptures. And finally, for these big beefy hands, we have XL, it's a 36 centimeter splint. Same rigidity, but you'll have, in general, when you're using it as an RMO, you'll have more overlap. So you will have more lift in that overlapped area that we call the rigid zone, and that's just going to provide much better support and lift for those patients that need it or just those large hands. An additional bonus that we've been seeing people use this for, the 36 centimeters is long enough to do an anti-claw splint for a relatively smaller hand usually, and that's simply wrapping around the splint in sort of a tie fashion, and it goes around the hand like this, and it snaps into place. I'm not going to lock it here today, but then you can very quickly create an anti-claw, and that's going to limit the extension of the MCP joint of my ring and small finger here relative to the others, which is exactly what you need for these ulnar nerve palsies or any other reason you would use an anti-claw.